in early 1952, was in Guarujá, following my uncles Paul and Mercedes were away on honeymoon. They came to Santos, where he spent a few days, and when they were visiting Guarujá invited me and my brother Sergio that we should be too. Guarujá is right there, on the other side of the estuary, and found it amazing to have been to see the city only when he was 14. The problem is that access at that time was very difficult. Today there are ferries for cars and boats to pedestrians, leaving the tip of the beach and cross the 400 meters that exist between Santos and Guarujá. On the other hand, an avenue, with several bus lines. At that time, there were also small ferries, carrying some cars, but it seems that the crossing was made primarily by boats that left the region of Market, or the customs of Santos, for Itapema, now Vicente de Carvalho. Itapema had a train that went to the beach Pitangueiras station. It is said that the course had only 9 miles, but in my imagination was much larger. It was exactly this way we arrived at Guarujá. Was able to confirm it all with my Aunt Mercedes, who recount every detail of your honeymoon. Arriving at Guarujá, my Uncle Paul rented 2 buggies, so we could tour the city, because there were no rental car. Well, remember the visit to the famous building on the waves, which had a staircase at his side. Years after this tour, more precisely in 1960, I started working as a teacher in Guarujá. To arrive at the school where he taught, I took hold at 6:30 in the morning the bus for, at the corner of the house. In the same street was the school, was on display, and I think still is, a small steam locomotive of the train that was at Itapema Guarujá. In my last years of teaching, I was motorized, and made the journey by car, a blue Volkswagen Beetle, to the Ponte da Praia. Entered the raft with him, and followed the highway to the city center. Today this road is a boulevard, surrounded by streets completely built. It in no way resemble the huge empty spaces in the year 1969, when I left the teaching career.